back.
Gotta be one of the dumbest blocks I think I've ever seen right there. Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. Today we're doing some iRacing at Pocono here, the tricky triangle for 30 laps at the A-Fix Cup Series race here. I did this a few nights ago. It was an interesting one, to say the least. We're going to dive into things here, where actually things got off to a bit of an interesting start in qualifying for myself. Alright, that was a good fudgesicle right there. I got disqualified.
Oh my god.
Well. Yeah, so I had to start at the back of the field because I got disqualified by going too slow on the track while eating a fudgesicle. Fudgesicle was really good, by the way. So we got underway from the very back of the grid. We're going to cut back and forth between live audio between myself and Jay, and as well as this post-race commentary. So stay tuned on that throughout the video. Let me know what you think of it as well. We might turn this into a weekly thing here with iRacing. I know they're going to the Indianapolis road course here this week, so I'd definitely like to check that out as well. But nonetheless, continuing here down the long pond straightaway here, and you can see the cars fanning out all over the place. A lot of blocking you're going to be seeing, especially pay attention to one specific car on the track today. That's the number 11 Nationwide car. You see it there briefly going through the tunnel turn. I was in a bit of a side-by-side battle right here with the number 4 Kevin Harvick looking car here as we went down into turn 3, but we would get clear, but it wasn't over. They would actually fight back to the inside. I was making my first laps on the next-gen car on an oval since the big next-gen update when they changed the handling model. So that tells you how little I've played iRacing since that has happened. So my first laps on an oval again with this car definitely took me a little bit of time to get used to it. So I wasn't against starting at the bank. I wanted to save my tires and as well just kind of get a feel for the car as well. Overall, I was liking how it felt, though I can't say that much here. As we went down this run straight away, spinning to the inside, actually goes somebody, and the caution's going to come up for the first time here in this 30-lap race here from the tricky triangle, so it didn't take very long at all, and you'll see a replay here. It's going to be actually this number 33 getting just kind of dumped by the 21, actually, Interstate Batteries Toyota Camry. So I think it was side drafting gone wrong. It didn't look intentional to me, and you can see this is on board with the 21. I don't think it was intentional. I think it was just a simple misjudgment there on the side draft. Under caution, though, some conversations actually about the earlier cup race in the day actually started to take place that I wanted to chime myself in on.
Side note here, did you guys hear that Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin got disqualified from that race?
Who won the race?
Say Mickey.
Jeff Gordon.
Oh, yeah, it's my favorite driver, bro.
Unfortunately, Jeff Gordon didn't actually win that race. It was Chase Elliott instead. But we were getting ready to go back green here. No pit stops or anything really took place. So we were still, down towards the bottom of the grid within the last couple of rows. But like I said, it wasn't too concerned. Still a lot of racing here. And I ran a lot of laps in practice and kind of got a feel for how the tires wear. So the tires, certainly, they like to wear, but it takes a little bit for it to kick in. So it wasn't around till, I think, after 10 laps when I started to feel it in practice. So that's kind of what I was expecting here in the race. You saw a big block right there and a bit of contact between the 11 and the 21 as we exit turn 1. And once again, these restarts here, Pocono, very, very crazy. We saw it in real life. We see it here in iRacing as well here. 3, sometimes 4 wide, like right here. They are potentially going to try and do 4 wide. No, they're just going to, it was only 3 wide actually. It never even came close to the 4, but nonetheless, there you see a little bit of momentum loss there up in the mid part of the pack. And now here we go. We're going to get our 4 wide here, nearly 5 wide briefly. That 11 car with an aggressive move into turn 3, and that's not the only time you're going to see that 11 getting a little bit over aggressive potentially here in this race, but everybody's able to keep things under control, and we continue on here. I was in a battle of my own at the back of this pack, just like I said, taking it easy, not really wanting to push anything too hard because there wasn't necessarily much of a need to push anything too hard at this point. So we continue on though down into turn 1, downshifting into 4th gear. Very common here with this next gen car at Poconos, get down into 4th gear in pretty much every corner you can do it. I feel like you can make the tunnel turn work through 5th gear, but it's not necessarily, a requirement. I feel like turn 1 and 3 is, but I was going down into 4th gear every time I was rolling through that tunnel turn here as we continue to battle with that Busch machine here on the exit of the tunnel turn. He gets clear and actually getting a little bit spicy up towards the front of the grid here now. As you can see, that 11 again throwing another block on the 21. They had some beef earlier with some contact. The 21 overdrives the tunnel turn. He's going to cause an accident here and cause about 3-4 cars actually total to be in an accident here for for the second time today, the caution's going to fly in Pocono, and you see what happens. So the 11 throws a block there. That's not the first time we've seen some blocking from that 11, but it looks like the 21 tries to sail him off in the tunnel turn, and you know, he does sail him in there, but unfortunately the 21 sails himself as well and cleans up the 29, and a few others get involved.
Actually between the lead group and the second pack.
Oh,
they're crashing. They're crashing. Low. You're good.
John Bellion, baby. There you heard Jay navigating me through the accident there. We would come into the pit lane. It was kind of split half and half throughout the pack. The back half kind of came in. A lot of the front half kind of stayed out. So hopefully this works out for us here. Unfortunately, though, it meant that we were still, you know, at the back of the pack for the restart. But we get back underway. 24 does not go whatsoever right there on the inside. But don't necessarily want to be down on the inside here when it comes to Pocono. I was finding very quickly that the outside definitely the preferred lane here at the Tricky Triangle. So I really had no aspirations to go jump down there. You see the 13 pink car on the outside there, way off the pace in turn 1. Just about halfway through this Tricky Triangle race here, 18 laps to go. Things are going quite quick, especially with the cautions not leaving a whole lot of time for green flag racing. The 11 actually looked like he moved that car in front of him out of the groove, and I was trying to avoid that 11 car, and actually I nearly drive into the side of that 9 car on the exit of turn 3. Fortunately, though, able to just stay barely separated from him now as we settled in here to P19. Yeah, we're still a ways down the order, still getting a feel for this car here now as we're behind that number 2 Mug Ford Mustang through the center of 1. Actually, a pretty nice paint scheme right there on that number 2 car now as we continue to just try and fight our way through the grid, but kind of settling in right here. I knew that we were probably going to see more cautions still, and there was still enough time for the tire wear to kind of take an effect as well, and we have fresher tires, so I wasn't too concerned so far as we came through, approaching now the halfway point. 15 laps to go here in Pocono, on board here into the tunnel turn. Oh,
they're crashing. Low. Low. Back her down. Low. You're clear.
I started throttling up because I didn't know the caution was actually going to come out or not.
What's the deal, bro?
Another accident here in Pocono, and you see the replay this time, and it looks like the Exalta 27 is just going to go wide, and then unfortunately the 9 as well as the DeWalt machine there, they all just kind of just drift into the side of the Exalta car and cause another crash. Actually some heavy hits there. That 33, who was the first accident, involved again, and everybody else getting slowed down in time. So this would split the pit strategy. Everybody that pitted previously, like myself, could stay out. Everybody that had actually stayed out previously had to come in. So suddenly, we're up into the top 5 here. We're P4 for the restart here as we're getting ready to go green. Steve Vokerson, actually one of the community members of myself here in the GOWEN community, actually in P1 here. So if I couldn't win this race, I was hoping that Steve Stone Harbor would actually be able to come out on top here of everybody and get the victory here as we're pushing the car in front of us down into turn 1. We're side by side with that 11. I mentioned to kind of keep an eye on that number 11 Nationwide Chevrolet Camaro, a bit of a goblin. He was going goblin mode here in this race, and I think you're about to see some more of that now momentarily now as we exit turn 1, though. We power our way around that number 11 car here down Long Pond straightaway, and Stone Harbor continues to lead the way as we head down towards this tunnel turn here. Our furthest up we've been so far here in Pocono now. We got track position. It's difficult to pass. Hopefully we can hang on to that.
Sending the 11, whoa, he's making contact just barely. He's on, he's hitting
Pushed me right into the wall.
This 11 got to chill, dude.
The 11, I mean, pretty well tries to drive through us, and now he's going to have contact with the Viagra machine into turn 3, and the number 20, what a save from the Viagra car. But that 11, like I said, he had gone full goblin mode at this point. I had some communications with him. Hey, 11, if you're going to go Bodo's mode like Ross, just go to the inside, take the spot. I don't want it. Yeah, I don't want the spot if we're going Bodo's mode over here. So the 11, I let him go down into turn 1, said have the position, you know, you can go and overdrive your stuff in Bodo's through a couple more cars before this race is over and maybe clear the way for me. So, but actually as we came through into the tunnel turn, he actually completely misses his apex. So I wanted to at least get up on his bumper, let him know I didn't appreciate what he did to me in the last tunnel turn. So I follow him here. I think he's thought I was trying to make a move because you saw him kind of react and actually try to block it there. So I could have stayed in it and maybe tried to turn him if I wanted to, but I decided to not do that there. So the 11 gets in front as well as, unfortunately, into turn 1. I got caught off guard a little bit by the pink car here of Jay, and he's going to go up my inside and take the position there, and still not necessarily wanting to fight here. With 9 laps to go, felt like we were going to hurt ourselves and cause ourselves some time. So we were still in the top 5, having a nice run here now as we get actually a caution again with less than 10 laps to go here in Pocono. So our kind of bet is made. No pit stops. We're going to be P5, it looks like, for the restart here. You see what happened, actually, the Bush machine in the back of the grid looked like he washed up into the car beside him and actually kind of just wrecked himself there. So a little bit unfortunate for the number 12, but that meant we would be lining up actually in P4 because one of the cars in front of us actually pitted. So we're P4 for the restart. Let's go live on board for this restart.
Really good restart from Wilkerson there. This guy got caught off guard.
Oh, he's going hard on the block.
Oh,
yeah.
You're three. Right, back.
Hold,
hold,
one of the dumbest
Good
blocks
save.
I think I've
Good
ever seen
save.
right there. The yellow is out, and somehow two big things happened out of this. First of all, we got rid of the 11, thank goodness. But the big things is somehow I got to keep my track position of 4th. Yes, I got to hold on to 4th still. But the biggest thing, somehow, you see it right there. I didn't get any damage on my car. I drove right into the side of the 11, had some contact with him. I didn't get any form of damage on the car whatsoever. And you're going to see, I mean, looking directly at the front bumper here. Look at this. I mean, there's clearly contact, not a scratch. We got maybe the luckiest break of anybody here today in Pocono. I don't even blame the car on my inside for turning the 11. I was hoping someone was going to do it. I was just hopeful I wasn't going to be in position to have to deal with it. But nonetheless, we still hold on to P4 for a green-white checkered overtime finish. Unfortunately, only one attempt at overtime can happen here in a fix, so I wasn't very confident we were going to finish under green, but we just got to get back to that white flag. We would get back underway here. Stone Harbor with a great launch. The 13 didn't get a very good launch whatsoever here, so we're side by side with the number 22 as we head down into turn 113 there. I'm trying to follow him, and hopefully we can get past the 22, but you can see he was just able to grip up a lot better on the inside. Stone Harbor going to have some work to do here on the defense in that green machine. He goes up to the top, the right thing to do there. I'm just going to stay in the outside here as we head down this first straightaway, but the caution comes out and the race is going to be over here from Pocono, which means it's going to be a 4th place finish. Not much we could do about that here, and you're actually going to see a replay of what happened. It was at the back of the grid here in turn 1, 4 wide. They were going 4 wide at the back of the grid, and they wrecked each other, and unfortunate there, just unfortunate way to end this race here from Pocono, but it was Steve Wilkerson, Mr. Stone Harbor, with the victory. Very happy for him. Like I said, a community member who pops up into my live streams and on the videos as well, so big shout out to Stone Harbor on the win. Very happy for him. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment. Those would all be unbelievably appreciated. You have no idea how much I would appreciate those. So if you enjoyed, like I said, you know what to do. Let me know what you kind of think of this style here and if we should continue doing this. But overall, that is going to wrap it up for myself here. Hopefully we'll do another one soon here with the Indianapolis road course. But I will see you guys in the next one. P4 here in Pocono, the Tricky Triangle. Overall, a solid day and a solid, re-debut in the oval next-gen car. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day, everybody.